Close your eyes and think about the one thing you've been dreaming about. The one thing that keeps you awake at night. The thing that you imagine when nobody's around, when you're lost in thought, when the world feels too heavy and you want to escape. You see it so clearly. You feel it. You know it's meant for you. But here's the truth. You've been wishing for it, not working for it. And that's why it's still just a dream. That's why it's still out of reach. That's why every night feels the same. And every morning you wake up with that heavy weight in your chest, the weight of unrealized potential. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You've told yourself 100 times, tomorrow I'll start. I'll wake up earlier. I'll hit the gym. I'll apply for that job. I'll chase that dream. But then tomorrow comes and you don't. You hit snooze, you scroll, you get distracted, you put it off. And another day passes, another week, another year. And deep down, it eats you alive because you know you're capable of so much more. Let me tell you something raw, something that might sting a little. You don't get what you wish for in this life. You get what you work for. Nobody's coming to hand it to you. Nobody's going to knock on your door and say, "Hey, here's the dream life you've been imagining." No, life doesn't work like that. Life rewards effort, sweat, discipline, sacrifice. I know you've been through pain. I know you've been through struggle. Maybe you've been told you're not enough. Maybe you failed before. Maybe you've been laughed at, doubted, abandoned. And you sit there thinking, why me? Why is it so hard for me? Why can't it just happen already? I'll tell you why. Because wishing doesn't change anything. Hoping doesn't build anything. Daydreaming doesn't move you forward. Work does. The gym you don't feel like going to, the book you don't feel like reading, the hours you don't feel like putting in, that's where the magic is. That's where transformation lives. That's where your future is built. You think successful people got lucky? You think they had it easy? No. They got up when they didn't feel like it. They showed up when nobody was clapping. They worked in silence while everyone else was sleeping. And you know what's crazy? At some point, they were just like you, ordinary, doubting themselves, wishing. But they made a decision. They decided to stop wishing and start working. And that's the moment their life changed. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man who wanted to change his life. He was broke. He had no direction. Everyone around him doubted him. He would sit at night and imagine a better future. He'd dream of success, of happiness, of freedom. But every morning he'd wake up and nothing changed. Because he was wishing, not working. One day, he looked in the mirror and finally saw the truth. He saw a man wasting his own potential, a man lying to himself, a man who said tomorrow too many times. That day, something inside him snapped. He said enough. He got up. He started small, woke up earlier, learned new skills, pushed his limits, failed, tried again, failed again, kept moving, kept working. And little by little, his life transformed. Do you know who that man was? It was every successful person you admire, every great athlete, every entrepreneur, every artist, every leader. They all started as ordinary people until they decided to stop wishing and start working. So let me ask you right now, when will you decide? When will you stop waiting for the perfect time? When will you stop saying someday There is no someday. There is only today, right now, this moment. You want to be fit? Stop wishing. Go work out. You want to start a business? Stop wishing. Start researching. Start building. You want to change your life? Stop wishing. Start taking the first step. Because wishing feels good. It's comfortable. It's safe. But it changes nothing. Work feels hard. It's uncomfortable. It's painful. But it changes everything. And I know it's scary. You're afraid of failing. You're afraid of what people will think. You're afraid of wasting your time. But let me tell you something scarier. Waking up 10 years from now in the exact same place you are today, living the same cycle, the same routine, the same regrets. That's terrifying. You think starting is hard? Try living with regret. Try explaining to yourself why you never tried. Try looking at the younger version of you and saying, I was too scared to work for it. No, you deserve better than that. You deserve to feel proud of yourself. You deserve to feel alive. You deserve to look in the mirror and say, I fought for this. I earned this. But you won't get that from wishing. It's time to stop lying to yourself. It's time to stop waiting. It's time to stop wishing. It's time to start working. And yes, it will hurt. Yes, it will take everything you've got. Yes, it will test you. But you know what? That's how you grow. That's how you break the chains of your past. That's how you step into the life you're meant to live. Every rep, every late night, every early morning, every sacrifice, it all matters. Because the work you do today echoes into tomorrow. Stop asking, what if I fail? Start asking, what if I fly? What if this works? What if I actually become the person I've always dreamed of? Let that question drive you. Let that possibility keep you awake at night. Let it burn in your chest until you can't sit still anymore. Because wishing feels nice for a moment, but working gives you a life you never have to escape from. So here's my challenge to you. Tonight, before you sleep, make a decision. Not a wish, not a hope, a decision. Decide that tomorrow you will act. Decide that tomorrow you will put in the work. Decide that tomorrow you will step closer to the life you want. And then actually do it. Don't just say it, do it. Wake up early, write the plan, take the step, put in the reps, show up for yourself. Even if it's messy, even if it's small, even if nobody notices. Because one day they will. One day people will ask, how did you do it? And you'll smile because you'll know the truth. You stopped wishing. You started working. And that decision changed everything. So I'll leave you with this. Look at your life right now. Look at where you are. Look at where you want to be. Then ask yourself, am I wishing or am I working? Because the difference between those two is the difference between regret and greatness. Stop wishing for it. Start working for it. Your future is waiting. Go claim it.